Hello world, Claire here with ThatWeirdFish here today to do another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I do ball jointed dolls, crafting, and vlogs. And if you're a returning viewer or subscriber, welcome as well. It's great to have you back. Now today we're doing a wine and dollies video, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically a vlog where you have a drink and you have a doll and you chat about whatever's on your mind. And what's on my mind right now is BJD plans and wanting a sip of my Earl Grey tea, so give me a moment. Yeah. Okay, doll plans. Well, first off, to sort of show you that sneak peek, or whatever, doll flash, whatever, is my latest doll. He's a Dollies Wish in normal skin, and his name I've decided to be Daniel. And he has tattoos. I mentioned it in my box opening video that I wanted to give him tattoos, and it was a fun experiment except for the restringing part. That was kind of unbearable because I was struggling for nearly 2 hours to try and restring this poor doll, but I finally got it to work. He is a little bit kicky, probably because it's so tight, and I might need to get longer elastic just so that I can loosen him up a bit, but he's restrung, he's together, he's not bits and bobs floating about in my room, so I'm glad about that. And yeah, I gave him some tattoos with layers of sealant and watercolor pencil, and they're not the best. Like, if you look at them up close, you can see little imperfections and stuff like that, but I still think they're really cool. I'm glad I did this experiment. And would I do it again? Possibly on a doll that's easier to restring. Would I change things? Probably. Will I change things on this doll in the future? Yes. If I plan to sell him, I think I'll wipe his tattoos. Yeah, just to make him a blank canvas for the next owner. Unless they really like the tattoos on him, then I'll keep him. But yeah, let's go over his tattoos real briefly, and then we'll get on to other dolly plans. First off, on his chest, he has some stars, which are a bleed from this sleeve over here, and a comedy mask, yin yang, sun and moon symbol, whatever you want to call it. And it represents both joy and tragedy in life, and that they're eternal. And just sort of the coexistence of both of them together in life. And below him is below that is endure faithfully, which is sort of a reminder to myself to keep going and keep having faith and still have hope that there is a greater good out there, that there is good in the world, and not everything is a giant dumpster fire all the time. Yeah. And then on his right arm we have this cool sleeve with a fantasy creature in my fantasy world right there. The fantasy creature is a stylized version of a creature I've featured on my Instagram before, which is called an Dolly. And Dollies are little equine goat creatures that are supposed to bring good luck and are the guardians of dreams in my fantasy world. So that's that, and the tail wraps around his arm. Probably not the smartest idea, but I wanted it to look cool. And there's a bunch of stars. The stars were fun to draw. And then on the other side I have a tribute tattoo to my dad. The letters are kind of rubbed off, but it's supposed to say love is enough, and it has a cross on the inside. And basically why I chose to make this kind of tattoo was A, to honor my dad, because he was a tremendous man of faith. He was a really good man, and this phrase was dear to him later on in his life. For some reason, I like attributing my dolls, either in their names or customization aspects of them, to people in my life who were important to me that passed. I don't know, maybe it's a way of me coping with grief or sorrow about their passing, but it's what I do. Everybody deals with it in different ways. So that's that tattoo. I like the shading I put on it. I think it turned out pretty good, despite the rubbing off in the corner there. These tattoos don't last very long despite all the effort I put into it, which is upsetting a little, but what can you do? It's just watercolor pencil and some sealant, so not much there. Then we have a little cat and moon symbol. That's a reference to my cat JC. And we have a swirl right here just to fill the space because I wanted the space filled, and also because I like Zentangles and it's sort of a Zentangle-esque design. And then on his underarm we have a tattoo that I was planning to give him all along, and everything sort of spiraled out from there. This is the 3 trees with the sun behind them. And then right here we have a smudged California poppy because I'm from California and California poppies are cool. So this is Daniel. He has a company face up in a wig that's you've seen on my other dolls. It's sort of bounced around between my male dolls. It's a nice synthetic wig that I got off Wish. And yeah, he has a company face up. Sad boy with tattoos. Anyway, that's Daniel. And for other doll plans, I plan on making a yarn wig for Baldasser, my Resin Soul Ming, and Dark Tan Skin, my fantasy doll. And I also plan on making some summer clothes for my BJDs because it's summer, it's nice and warm weather out, and I think they would appreciate that instead of having to wear sweaters all the time because I have so many sweaters, just so many. I need to make some t-shirts. And yeah, that's about all the customization plans I have. As for my overall collection plans, I am debating selling more of my dolls. I've sold 2 dolls already, and I'm really having a hard time deciding if I should sell more of my dolls. Should I keep them? Do my circumstances require me to sell off more of my collection? And yeah, struggling with that question, which is hard for me. There are some dolls that I'm not attached to as much. Like I have 2 of my other girl dolls besides Sandy, my Fairyland Lucy Wynn. So besides those 2 dolls, I'm deciding between those 2 dolls whether or not to sell them or keep them. Which is hard because one of them is my first doll ever. By doll I mean BJD, my first BJD ever. So that's hard. And then there's my other doll, which I restyled recently and really like her style and want to explore it more. So that's hard. And also I'm moving fairly soon, within a few months, probably like 2 to 5 months, I would say, so short amount of time. So it's like considering packing, do I have boxes for them? Will I have space in my new living situation? And also, would my roommates be too creeped out if I came in with a gamut of BJDs, a bunch of BJDs? I don't know. I don't know if I'd be moving in with adults, so maybe they wouldn't care. And if they are freaked out by them, I'll say I'm sorry. This is my hobby. I'll just stash them in the closet somewhere. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, future plans. Things are going great so far. Another life update I want to share with you guys is that I'm back to work. Yay! The store I was working at reopened recently, and I've been going back to work, which is nice. I have a full week schedule ahead of me, so yay, money. But at the same time, nay, I have to go back to work because there's still a lot to be done with the house and family business and yada yada yada, so it's a mixed bag, but overall I'm glad to be back to work and getting money. So yeah. That's about it for this video. I hope you had a good watch and do something fun for yourself today, be it playing with your own PJDs or creating something for them or creating something purely for yourself because you enjoy that hobby. Anyway, have a great day and keep on swimming. Bye guys.